Just wanted to check in on a few guys that were banged up, and maybe Kara specifically, sort of how he's seen today and how he's been since that fight.
Yeah, it seems all right. Listed as day to day, and we'll see where he is tomorrow morning. But he didn't skate today, but he's around the dressing room. Seems all right.
And Barry, and how does it look like for him moving forward?
He's same thing. We'll see. We won't know till morning. But guys are in good spirits. We got a few injuries we're looking at here that hopefully turn out on the positive side for us tomorrow. But we won't know till tomorrow morning.
Time, we see a scrap like that, and the player, they don't get hurt often in these fights, but sometimes they do, Dave, and it just causes people to ask if, this is something that we think that the players still are wanting in the game, and if there's still a place for it. And that conversation happens a little bit today. What are your thoughts?
Well, you never like to see anybody get hurt, but it's been in the game a long time. I think intimidation is still a big part of the game, and I would much rather see two guys, square off on a fair fight than have sticks and whacking, and there's still a part that the players have a responsibility to police the game a little bit. That's my thinking, and it might be old school thinking, but that's the way I've been around for a long time, and so I look at it as part of the game.
Eric Van Diest, Post Media.
Hi, Dave. I understand Zach Cassian was on the ice today. I was just wondering what his status was and would he be available for tomorrow?
He's been on the ice for a few days now, and as soon as he gets clearance from the doctors, he looks good out there in practice, but he needs to get final clearance from the doctors before he can play. So we'll see where that goes today.
And in terms of the game yesterday, looking back and watching the game, you almost score a goal with 3 seconds left. It goes off the shaft of the goaltender. The puck obviously bouncing over Mike's stick when he started to play it. Did you just see it as little bounces here and there that kind of cost you a game like that when it's tight like that?
Well, we made some mistakes that cost us the game. Like there was a lot of parts of the game that are competitive. We had some chances that you'd like to see capitalize on it. We didn't, but we made some mistakes that cost us, and that was the difference in the game.
Jim Matheson, Post Media.
Dave, you had Connor and Leon together, and then you had them apart. How did you think Nuge was second line center?
Well, I think that we were going along all right. We were doing all right, but then we lost JJ in the game, so we were down another center. So that's when I broke them up.
And if Barry can't play, I presume Bouchard comes back in his spot.
Yeah, we'll see where that goes. But Bush is the right side guy that would probably come in. Yeah.
Tom Gazzola, TSN 1260.
Hey, Dave, I'm just wondering if you're noticing if maybe the Flames and Canucks are trying to replicate maybe what the Leafs did to you guys a couple of weeks ago. And if so, how do you adapt and try to break through the tight checking?
I think all the games are tight checking, so I don't see that, what you're seeing, but if that's your opinion, that's good.
Thanks, Dave.
Any other hands, media? Derek Van Diest.
Dave, there's always going to be a little bit of a bump or a little bit of enthusiasm injected to a group when they get a new coach. What was the biggest difference you saw in the Flames team that you guys beat at home as opposed to the one you saw last night?
I think they've all been tight games. We had the 1-7-1 game, but they've all been real tight games. So it's the team that makes fewer mistakes, capitalize on chances. Goaltending has played a part in it. So for the most part, they've been pretty close games. So other than the 7-1 game, they've been all pretty tight.
And sticking with goaltending, do you go back with Mike tomorrow, or do you look at switching up and going with Mikko tomorrow?
No, we'll go with Mike again tomorrow.
Jim Matheson.
Dave, can you talk about the play of Devon Shore? That was a very nice play he made to Archibald on the goal and what you've seen from him so far.
Yeah, he's a good pro, real solid player. Does a lot of little things well in the game, and made a real good play to Archie there. But he's come in and he's helped fill a role a little bit here in the last couple of weeks off the taxi, and he's played real well. And give him credit. He worked hard and earned his way back in the lineup. Now he's playing well in there, making it hard for him to take him out.
And is it the situation with Turris? Is it just ongoing? I mean,
No, he's back. He's back today. He was on the ice today. He went through his 7 days yesterday, and then he came down from Edmonton and met us here. So he was on the ice today. Now he hasn't been on the ice for 7 days, so we got to get him up and going again.